Imagine this. You wake up a year from now, you're healthier, you're stronger, you're more productive. You're closer to your dreams than ever before. And here's the kicker. It didn't come from huge dramatic changes. It came from small daily actions. Things so tiny, you almost didn't notice them. That's the secret power of micro habits. And today, we're going to break down how they work, why they matter, and how you can start building them into your life, starting today. So, come along with me and take the train to Chuckadelphia. Let's go. Now let's be honest, big goals can feel overwhelming. You say, I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to start a business. I want to run a marathon. And then the mountain looks so big that you don't even want to take that first step. Here's the paradox. We chase grand leaps, but true change is built brick by brick. I mean, think about it. Water doesn't cut through rock in one day. Look at how long it took to make the Grand Canyon. It does it over time, drop by drop. Your goals work the same way. Micro habits are those drops of water, small, consistent actions that build up to something powerful. So, what exactly is a micro habit? It's a tiny, almost effortless action that's connected to a larger goal. Instead of saying, I'm going to work out an hour a day, you start with, I'll put on my sneakers and step outside for 2 minutes. Instead of, I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes a day, it's, I'll sit quietly for 2 minutes and breathe. Your brain doesn't resist something that feels small. It's too easy to say no to a marathon, but it's hard to say no to lacing up your shoes. And here's the other thing. You already have micro habits. Checking your phone first thing in the morning, grabbing coffee, doom scrolling late at night, they seem harmless. But stacked up, they shape your life. The key is being deliberate, replacing unintentional habits with intentional positive ones. This is where it gets exciting. A 1% improvement every single day doesn't sound like much, but do the math. In 1 year, you're not 365% better. You're 37 times better. That's the power of compounding. Tiny actions multiplied by consistency create exponential growth. Neuroscience backs this up. Your brain builds pathways with repetition. Make it small, make it consistent, and your brain locks it up as automatic.
But the real reason that habits matter is because each action that you take is like a vote for the type of person that you want to become. So they help you embody the sense of being that type of person. Each time you write, you are a writer. Each time you play the violin, you are a musician. Each time you work out, you are an athlete. And so your habits are the method through which you embody your identity and develop your sense of self, your self-image.
Case studies prove it too. Writers who started with just one sentence a day ended up writing books. People who walked 2 minutes a day built up to marathons. And for me, starting with 5 minutes of walking turned into nearly 300 pounds lost. That's not theory, that's lived experience. So when I first started working on my weight loss journey, I needed some tools that would keep me from giving in to my cravings. Things like pancakes, waffles, potato chips, nachos, late night snacks, the things that every square inch of my body was desiring. I started adding a few simple micro habits to my routine and they worked wonders for me. In the morning, I drink lemon or lime water first thing before I did anything else. And that gave me hydration, vitamin C, and focus to keep my mind off of food. It was a great way to start my day. At night, instead of reaching for a bag of popcorn or something for that late night snack, I made a soothing cup of chamomile tea and I would add some spices to it. Black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cardamom spice, and cinnamon. It might sound disgusting to you, but all those spices work wonders for your body. Look into it, I swear to you. I don't know where I'd be without those spices and my chamomile tea. And if you don't like that flavor, add a little bit of lemon. If you're looking for a sweet touch, maybe put a little bit of honey in there, but I also recommend monk fruit. Monk fruit is of all the sweeteners out there, monk fruit would probably work really well for you. It's probably the best thing that you could use if you desire something sweet in your tea or your coffee for that matter. you know? But anyway, that micro habit not only helped me sleep better, but it also gave me a ritual I actually looked forward to. It was a great way to end my day, and it put me to sleep literally within a half hour, 45 minutes after I did it. Yeah, absolutely. Now, the cool part, these micro habits weren't just about the health benefits. They gave me something small and positive to focus on whenever I felt tempted. And I've put these into a small chart that I'll drop on the screen. Feel free to screenshot it, and it's a blueprint to build your own micro habits. Okay, so maybe you're asking yourself, how do I start? Well, pick one target area. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's nutrition, maybe it's learning a skill. Break it down. What's the tiniest version of that habit? Want to floss daily? Start with 1 tooth. Want to run? Start with 2 minutes of walking. Use the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes to start, you've got no excuse not to. Then, try some habit stacking. Attach your new micro habit to something you already do. Example, after I brush my teeth, I'll do 2 push-ups. I've heard a lot of people do something like this with commercial breaks. Like if you're watching a TV show, a game, whenever the commercial comes on, maybe you can do some squats, push-ups, sit-ups, you name it. A very famous football player was infamous for doing this, and he had a killer body. Not that there's anything wrong with me checking out a football player's body or anything like that, but seriously, he was in great shape, and that was a set of micro habits that he developed. Imagine that, you're combining watching TV with healthy exercise. Track your progress. Cross it off, check it off, whatever feels satisfying to you. And here's the fun part. Celebrate the small wins. As I said before, that little dopamine hit keeps you coming back for more. Now, let's be real. You're gonna miss a day. That's fine. The key rule, never miss twice. Skip a day, forgive yourself, and get right back at it. I want you to think of what James Clear said in Atomic Habits. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Micro habits are that system. And as you grow, evolve your habits. 2 minutes becomes 10. 10 becomes 30. You don't even notice, and then one day you're looking back and you start thinking, wow, I've come a long way. Rewards help too. I don't mean junk food binges. Reward yourself with experiences, new clothes, hobbies, things that fuel and complement your journey. Maybe it's a new pair of running shoes. Maybe it's a trip you've been waiting for. For me, one day, I want to go back to Ecuador. I would like to climb Cotopaxi. I also want to climb that rock wall at my gym, which I'm working towards. Those are my carrots. Find yours. Do you already have one? Do you already have your carrots? If so, put them down in the comments section. I'd love to find out what they are. Maybe I'll steal some. So, my Chuckadelphia peeps, here's my challenge to you. Write down one ultimate goal. Then, break it down into the tiniest step that you can do today. Start it, repeat it, reward it. A year from now, you'll look back and be amazed at how far those tiny drops of water carried you. And I want you to remember old Chuck here. You'll be like, you know what? That old guy, he was on to something. I'm glad I watched that video on Chuckadelphia. I want to hear from you. What's one micro habit that you're going to start this week? Drop it in the comments section, and let's inspire each other and keep leveling up together. Let's defeat the level boss and rescue the princess. So, my Chuckadelphians, I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me here in Chuckadelphia and checking out this issue and checking out this episode of Talkin' Fit. Carpe diem, my friends. I'll see you on the other side. Keep coming back for more. Ciao, ciao.